Hi, welcome back to Soggy Granola. I am so glad you're here. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my review of the Lovevery box. We got the Enthusiast Kit because my son is 28 months old, and the Enthusiast Kit is for months 28, 29, and 30. A little bit about Lovevery. This is a quarterly subscription box that works out to be about $38 a month, so $120 for 3 months, and then they will send you a new one. These boxes are not technically Montessori, but they are very Montessori inspired, where they are including hands-on practical life wooden and sustainable toys and different activities, and they really focus on the developing brain of your child and are stage-based play. So as I mentioned, they have one box every quarter so that as your child is aging, they're getting a new box with activities that are geared towards their age that are developmentally appropriate. If you saw my What I Got My Son for Christmas video, I will link it right up here for you, but I did get my son the Lovevery subscription box. So we really started digging into it, and I'm going to show you what's inside as well as what my thoughts are and if I think it's worth it. So inside the kit there are 5 different activities as well as a board book. The package was very well put together. Everything was laid in there really nice and protected. There weren't any pieces flying around the box, which I really appreciated. So let's start with the water bottle and squeegee. So this is the spray bottle and squeegee that come in the kit. This is just your standard water bottle, and then the squeegee is pretty simple. There's not a whole lot to it. It's not the best quality squeegee, but it works nonetheless. This has to be my son's favorite thing in the entire box. He's obsessed with this. When we opened this on Christmas morning, this is what his eyes went to, and he has carried around every single day ever since then. I do appreciate that this has a really fine mist because he loves spraying everything in my home. So the fact that it has a fine mist is really appreciated. I do encourage him to spray the mirror, and then I give him the squeegee as well as a window cloth so he can be useful in spraying in his play. And I also encourage him to spray the plants that we have in our house because they need water too, and that way it's intentional and purposeful instead of just running around squirting everyone. But because it is such a fine mist, it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, he loves this. I'm sure it is the cheapest item in the box, but you know, he doesn't need a lot. So the next item inside of this box is this geometric peg puzzle, and my son loves this. He actually has a cheaper version, much smaller, from the Target dollar spot, so I knew that he would enjoy this as well. So this is Montessori based because first of all, it's wood. Second of all, it is self-correcting. So there's only one way that each of these pieces are going to fit on this puzzle. So when the child goes to put the circle on one of these, it's not going to fit on there. So I love that about this puzzle. My son is a pro, he loves it, and it comes with 4 of each shape, so you can work on shapes, colors, and the placing of the pieces on the pegs. He also likes to use these pieces for the next item that I'm going to show you, the scale. So this box actually comes with a scale, and I was so excited to see this included in the box. It is a pretty large size piece. I love this. It's really well made. It's really good quality. It comes with these metal pails as well as these sliding green pieces here to help to balance out what you have in the pails. This is great for learning weights and comparing different weights with both liquid and solids, so I was really happy to see that this was included. My son really likes taking the pieces from the puzzle and putting them on each side and playing with this little green piece here to see if he can make it balance. He's still learning the concept of weight comparison and balancing, but this is a great tool for him to be able to continue to do that. The next piece is this picnic set. I thought this was a really cute idea to include. This is a cardboard packaging with these beautiful, I think they're probably faux leather straps, and then the top just opens up like this, and inside you have your cups, plates, and kettle. My son does not really use this for pretend play. He is completely obsessed with water play and transferring water. So as soon as he saw these, that's all that he wanted to do, was transfer water between them. So that's what he did. I think it's really important to know that just because something is meant to be used in one way doesn't mean that a child can't still use, learn, and experience it in another way. So for my son, he was having the time of his life transferring water. That's all he wanted to do, and so I tried to save this one for last because I knew it would be hard for him to give up. So the last activity that came in the Enthusiast Kit is this little glue and shape box. So this comes with a container of Elmer's glue. It comes with some different colored construction paper shapes, as well as a little paintbrush and this little container here, which is a game changer. So my son is 2 years old, and we have yet to play with glue because loose glue, wet glue like this really isn't something I really needed my 2-year-old playing with, to be honest. It's messy and sticky, and so when I saw this in the kit, I was a little apprehensive because it was glue. However, this was genius. So they include this container so that you can put some glue in here, and then your child can use this paintbrush to paint glue onto the shapes to stick them together, and then you can just put the lid on so that you can use it again later. It is genius. You do not need to buy this kit to use this or to take this idea, but putting the glue in here for the child to paint on, it was way less mess. It was really a great idea, and he really enjoyed it. So being able to, work with your child on shapes and colors, being able to stick those together and understand how glue works and how things are sticking together. So I didn't think that I would like this, but I actually really did. So this was the last activity that came in the box. Okay, so now that we've gone over everything in the box, let's talk about my overall thoughts of the Lovevery subscription. $120 is a little bit steep. However, the items in this box were really well done. I like the diversity of activities as well as the quality of the materials that they included. So while $120 for one box seems like a lot of money, I think it's actually really reasonable. I love that my son can continue to use each of these activities. They are not a one and done type of activity. And I also like that it builds different skills with him. So $120 for essentially quote unquote 3 months of play, as they mentioned, before you get a new box. I think that's a great deal. I love that this is Montessori based. I love that the activities are geared towards the developing brain and really honing in on specific skills for your child to work on. So overall, I do think that it is worth the subscription price. So definitely, hands down, would recommend this box. 100% think it is worth every single penny, and I'm really looking forward to what is in our next box. If you've tried Lovevery, let me know down below. I would love to hear from you and hear what your thoughts are. If you enjoyed this video, I would love if you would consider subscribing. I post new videos on Tuesdays and Fridays and would love to have you be part of this community. It was so great having you today, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!